Hey, it's Chris Byer.
Chris Bowling.
Brad Johnson here.
Brad, we are excited. You kind of left this little thing hanging out there that if we thought the group trend was bad, how bad is it?
Individual market. Part two. Here we go.
Part two.
Cliffhanger.
Ready? You ready?
I'm
Okay.
ready.
So, for those that didn't tune in, last week we talked about surveys and actual increases we're seeing. We're ranging like 8.5 to 10% on the group side, right? Large employers, not just small, actually all sorts. So Kaiser Foundation has this health system tracker, and they looked at 105 marketplace insurers, so meaning those that are
Okay.
buying coverage individually, whether through an ICHRA or just people that don't have access to a group plan. And
Yep.
these carriers by law have to submit prelim rates. And
Right.
then they get challenged to some degree, but the prelim premium increases are 15 to 20%,
Oh
nearly
my.
double what the traditional group market is. And so
Oh,
God help
Wow.
anyone that is went to an ICHRA and is regretting it because it's to save some
We were
money.
so close to moving a couple of 7-1 renewals to ICHRA that were just they're out of options. That was it. And the
Yeah.
numbers were somewhat close to their group plan, but we said, yeah, you'll have to enroll now and then re-enroll for 26. Thank goodness we did not do that. Oh my gosh.
and
Yeah.
the rates, like Carrie and I looked, just to look. For us to have a crappy plan, HMO, high deductible, max out of pocket, was $2,200 a month. So you're telling me that that's going up 20%.
Yeah. And the key thing behind it, and they're gonna cite the same things, kind of their base trend, I would argue, is similar to the group. You got GLP-1s, you got increased utilization,
Yep.
right? Maybe there's 10% of it. But the biggest thing carriers are worried about is the discontinuation of these ACA enhanced premium tax credits. So you're seeing all the
Yeah.
commercials, tell your congressman, don't let these expire, and they're
Yep.
set to expire.
Oh,
And
They're padding that.
yep, and the reason they're so concerned is that let's say you're a healthy person and you sign up for the ACA and you can get a plan for pennies in the dollar. Why wouldn't you, right?
right.
Smart idea. But all of a sudden, if your rates are going to go up so much because you lose these tax credits, you're going to go back to saying, you know what? I was without it before. I can be without it again. I don't need it. I'm going to jump out. And so the fear is the risk pool itself would shrink to just those that need it. And what do you have to do then? You have to raise the prices because your average, got riskier. And so these are prelim. I'm sure there'll be a little wiggle room, but it's at the end of the day, I'm convinced it will still be higher than the group marketplace. And the
So,
group marketplace, as we talked last week, wasn't awesome,
yeah.
but it wasn't 15, 20.
No.
So this reminds me in the early 90s, there was a lot of association plans. And I got tied into a Budweiser one. And what you saw over a 7-year period, that renewal would come out, they'd get the 10% increase, they'd go shop the market, and all you had, it was the same thing, Brad. All the healthy employers left, and now you were
Adverse
just
selection.
stuck with a pool that wasn't growing and it had such horrible risk in it finally just flopped. And that's what happened to all those freaking association plans is that
Yeah.
and healthcare.gov is going to be no different. That's frightening because for many people this is their only option, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think about imagine if you were thinking about retiring early, so you can't qualify for Medicare yet, and a lot of people are in that boat. Oh, we'll just do the marketplace plan. I bet this will change your retirement planning significantly.
Fire. I'm
Well, if
sorry.
your insured spouse is 3 grand, Cobra doesn't sound terrible in a lot of situations, but you can't keep that super long. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe I take that for the initial and see what happens with the federal government, a few years after that, because 3 grand for bad coverage that's insane.
Fire,
Yeah.
you're stuck with me for another 10 years, man.
Oh my.
So
Okay, I'll
that's the
I'll take that
update.
one. We'll be good. We'll be good.
Yep, I'm
So
going to age you by an additional 10 years if I have to stick around for 10 years.
Yeah, it's joyful every day, CB. I love working with you.
Oh, it's not.
But man, 10 years? Yeah, that's a long time. That's a
That's
long
that's
time.
that's a marriage. Thank you, Brad. Again,
Thank you as
great
always.
stuff.
You're
Bad
welcome.
news, but great stuff. Thank you.
See you next
Good to
time.
see you guys.
Yep,
All
bye-bye.
right. Bye bye.